Wild Splash, March 7, Coachman Park. And we have got one of the headliners. He's in front of me right now.
It's going down for real.
Flo Rida is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
What up, what up?
Flo Rida, man, just so you know, the people are very excited that you're on Wild Splash.
Oh, man, I'm super excited. It's family, man. I can't wait, man. It's going down.
Yeah, you know you're a Florida boy, so you know we had to bring you up to Tampa, you know what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure. Got to show Tampa some love, man.
Indeed, indeed. I want to talk to you about the Going Down for Real record. Obviously, you're from Miami, Sage Gemini. He's from the Bay Area, out in Cali. How did you guys get together on this record?
Well, you know, thanks to the Atlantic family. Years before Sage, you know, got it popping for itself. You know, he walked in the studio, you know, very humbly, and it was just like, man, congrats on everything. And then, you know, years later, you know, when it's time for me to, you know, it was time to happen, he actually came back in the studio, and we was just working on my album, My House, and he actually was just like, you know, man, did you hear the record that Mike Karen, you know, want us to do together? So pull it up, and we was just trying to debate whether was it going to be Going Down for Real or something else that we had for the hook. And, you know, he was really sure about it being Going Down for Real, and now you have it.
I want to talk to you because I just told you when you first came in, I remember the first record I heard from you was the Birthday record that was like real big in the streets back in the day. And then like now you're like a certified, like you are like, you and Pitbull, it's like y'all can't lose when you put out songs. It's like an automatic hit.
Man,
both of y'all from Miami, but what at what point in your career? Because obviously Low was like probably the first real huge song. I met, man, that song was a whole nother level of huge.
Yeah, man, we was just talking about that in the car, you know.
At what point though, consciously did you kind of say, you know what, man, this is a lane that I can win in as far as making the more crossover pop friendly records. I'm gonna just stick with it and get this bread.
You know, people always ask me that, but as you can see, I mean, you look at Pitbull and you see how he started off and where he's at.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You see the same thing with myself. You know, I think it's just growing up in Miami. It's not a conscious decision. It's just something that we always been doing. Just being down in Miami, Florida. You know, it's a gumbo of different cultures. So when it came down to, you know, putting our style on different types of music and production, you know, it was just a natural thing. So it wasn't really like super conscious. It was just like, man, we have fun jumping on different tracks and everything, and you know, the world is going to show you what they like by, you know, purchasing it. And then when that happens, it's like, okay, hey.
Was there ever a point where like you felt like you kind of like maybe people around you, maybe, you know, cats from your hood, maybe like were dependent on you to kind of put out something for them, and maybe did you ever like get any you know, any negative feedback from any of your, you know? Not
at all, because, you know, from me being in the club to me being in my hood, they know the difference. They know they they get a chance to see, you know, what, you know, me, what me having the success on a whole nother level is. So a lot of them are just inspired. You know, different ones walk up to me and like, man, I want to do what you do, and I'm like, hey, man, you know, sometimes it's like, it's very organic for me. So for someone to try and do what I do, I think, you know, it'll be a goal set for failure, you know. But yeah, man, I definitely love the fact that I can go and give, you know, on a whole nother level. You know, if everyone check out my Instagram and
things like official that. Flow?
Yeah, it's at @official_flow. You know, we always giving back. You know, we got the FYFL, you know, where we have over 10,000 kids. You know, it's just amazing to see the smiles on their parents' faces. You know, how we interact with the kids, you know, about education as well as their heart's desire. You know, whether it's football or the basketball league we have, or, you know, the track and field league we have. You know, different things like that. So it's bigger than just the music.
Where is it? I know you've been everywhere. Man, there's probably not anywhere in the world that, you know, that is civilized that you probably ain't been through this music thing. What's the craziest place music has taken you over this last 10 years or so?
Well, one trip that we did most recently, we went from Brazil to Dubai, Brazil to the Maldives to Dubai, you know, all in one, and that's like one of those trips that be so crazy.
What's the tail like in Brazil?
What's the what?
What's the tail like in Brazil? I mean, I'm saying, like, is it? I mean, I heard you could go to Brazil, and if you're American, you're just getting some, and every girl got a fat ass. Is this true?
No, I don't know about that. You know, everywhere you go, you definitely.
Did you partake while you were in Brazil?
Of course.
Of course you
not.
No.
Nah, but man, all those places, it's amazing how you go there, and with myself, and I'm pretty sure, you know, Pitbull get a chance to witness it as well. you know, how, you know, when it comes down to what people would call hip hop, you know, it's rare that they might even know who you are. And then when it comes down to, you know, a couple of us, you know, they know us and they always tell me like it's about your melodies and things like that that we get familiarized with, and why we, you know, are fans of you guys.
Well, how many years ago did you do the WWE thing? That wasn't too long ago, right? Wasn't it?
I just did one, last year.
Yeah. Was that for WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you did the WrestleMania thing. I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Okay.
So I can only imagine. Like for me, if I was a rapper, that would be like the pinnacle. Like I got to perform at WrestleMania.
Well, it's crazy. You know, years ago I recall getting on the plane. We was headed to London, and I'm like, man, I walk in and I'm, you know, go upstairs to first class, and I see these dudes. I'm like, why everybody look oversized? Like their heads big, hands big, you know, different things like that. And then I realized, oh man, you know, these the wrestlers that I grew up on. All of them up there. I was like the only one, and everyone else was wrestlers. And then here it is, years later, you know, I get a chance to go out there and perform, come out in my town, you know, with The Rock. You know,
have you got to hang out with The Rock?
People. Like, I never hung out with him, but you know, I seen him enough, you know, just, you know, doing the WrestleMania things and going to the events.
Very nice. The Miami Heat, man, you guys lost LeBron over the off season. I know that you're, you know.
No, we let him leave. Not just playing.
Right, but I know you're extremely involved with your organization. You know what I'm saying? You're always at the games, and I know you performed at the games and stuff. How you feeling about this? Has been a kind of a rough year. It's not been terrible, but it's been less than great. How you feeling about your Heat right now?
I mean, I've been there since day one. You know, had our ups and our downs. You know, with anyone.
One constant. That's your boy Haslam.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's my boy right there. That's family. You know, prior to him having a success, you know, I know him, love him, and you know, had our ups and our downs since day one. I've been with him. You know, when you're a fan of a team, you go with them regardless. But I'm pretty sure they'll get it together.
Straight up, what's your relationship like with someone like Pitbull? Because I mean, like I think you guys get compared a lot. You guys are both from the same place. You guys kind of both started out like kind of the same.
Yeah,
Pitbull was making records with Lil Jon and really like Pitbull. You know, a lot of his early stuff, he was really, I mean, spitting some crazy.
Yeah, not just, you know, Pitbull, me, Pitbull, and Ross. You know, I always cross paths with them. You know, and me and Ross basically, you know,
you guys
went
came
to the
up
same
really,
high school, not at the same time, but you know, his fam always knew my fam and things like that. And I was always inspired by those guys. Those are the guys that was in the front for it. And you know, as far as, you know, have being close to your dream and what you want to do, those were the guys who first made it, and I just tried to follow in their steps. And you know, Pitt, I see him, you know, once in a while because of how much we travel and things like that. But he's always inspirational to the things that he do in the music and outside the music.
Let's talk about the Low record. Is that the song? Or is there a song that you're tired of performing?
Never. You know, when I look at the sound scan, you know, I want to perform it all the time.
How many times the old white ladies, they don't even know that the song's named Low. They just call it Boots with the Fur, don't they?
A lot of them they do.
Yo.
Yeah, but they, you know.
When I was DJing at the time, everybody be like, "Yo, play Boots with the Fur." Like, that's not the name of the fucking song.
We should have named it that. These days, we probably would have called it Boots with the Fur.
Straight up. You also Wild Splash March 7th is gonna be crazy. You got your artist coming with you who's performing as well. We're playing her song. Her name's Natalie LaRose.
Yeah.
Very talented. We had her up here about a month ago. Very beautiful. I told her she's got to be careful because soon she's going to be, you know, a lot of dudes, you know, Wife Crush Wednesdays and people. I told her be ready for the creeps on the gram. Be ready for the creeps on the gram. But yo, let's talk about you now as like in the CEO role. You got, you know, you brought Gorilla Zoe with you, who's got a strong history as an artist, and of course Natalie Rose is going to be performing. Talk about your artists and the movement that you got. Yeah,
Gorilla Zoe, you know, definitely that's fam since day one. You know, always been a fan of him. You know, he's very humble. He got a record coming out soon called Red Cup that's definitely going to be jamming. You know, Natalie LaRose, my artist, she's from Amsterdam. You know,
she got a crazy accent. Love her accent.
Yeah, she been with us for like 2 years. You know?
Said she got up with you at the ESPYs, like she snuck backstage or something like that.
Yeah, and what happened was, you know, I was just celebrating and wasn't really paying attention, and the following day my boy Pleasure P called me up and was just like, the girls from last night, they want to come out of the studio, you know.
Now when you say the girls from last night, the girls from the ESPYs. She was in the group. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was in the group, so she actually came by, and I was like, you sing? She was like, yeah. And I was just like, wow, you look that beautiful and you sing and you play the piano. I was like, she a superstar. And then I needed someone to go on the road to sing like the background for the records with me. And I was telling her, you know, man, you need to really think about, you know, your career and how who's your manager, who's this and that, and we worked it out. And now, you know, with her listening, being humble, you know, she's right in the race to be very successful. And outside of her, we have my boy Marco, he's from New York. We have Tyler Medeiros, he's out from Canada. I have another artist, female artist, she's a rapper by the name of Candy Kisses. You'll hear from her soon. Have a girl by the name of Ava Simone. She's like 16. She's like,
you just got a whole stable.
A genius with this music.
You don't want to have too many artists. You want to end up like Birdman and just don't know what to do because you got like 50 artists.
Oh, not at all. You know, I got a compound over there, and like I said, if I got the FYFL, I have 10,000 kids, and we the #1 league. So it's anything that I do,
it's a football league?
I give everything. Yeah, I give everything my full attention. If I'm not there, like my boy just asked, he was just like, where's Freezy? He's back home. Normally he'll be with me on the road. He's taking care of business every day, you know.
Have you done any sort of competition with Snoop's football league?
Yeah, we actually took over 100 kids out to LA to play against Snoop's team. And,
oh, dope.
You know, he definitely, it was on a positive note, you know, he talked to them about education, how important it is. You know, we always shoot to tell the kids, you know, that side of life versus just playing sports, you know. And yeah, a lot of the kids have never been out the neighborhood, never got on the plane, so the parents was like definitely overwhelmed, and I'm, you know, definitely always excited to do something for the kids.
That's dope, man.
We just did our award ceremony for the football league, and we were giving out trophies the same size as, you know, the NFL, the Lombardis, the Heisman trophies, the MVPs. It was just amazing.